What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. It's been about almost 3 weeks since I last spoke, you guys. And a big part of that is because so much has gone on in my own life. But there's just been a lot of things going on. You know, I always tell you that I'm someone who is a conduit for energy, and I don't know how to explain that or help you to share it or anything like that. I can't, but I feel things, you guys, and I have since I've been on Earth. That's why I always tell you that I have a sixth sense and I'm clairvoyant. And I'm a measured man, and I've been clear about why I'm present on this platform, you know. I've been very clear about that. And so I don't just jump at everything, you know. Everything in my life has a means to an end, you know. It has to have a goal. You know, why am I doing something? Why am I investing my time in X, Y, or Z? You know, why am I doing this? You know, that's embedded in me, and you even hear it come out subconsciously. If you go back and watch my videos, I hear it myself. You'll hear me say, you know, what's up, everybody? This is the Jedi, and something, and I always go, why I'm bringing this? Why I'm doing this? Like, that just comes out of me automatically, because that's what's part of my fabric as a human being. Why am I doing this? Why? So it's a subconscious thing I always tell you, the subconscious can speak, you know, and that's one example of it speaking when you're listening to me. You know, why I'm doing this is because X, Y, and Z. I'm defining it for myself, but I'm also defining it for you. And why I'm doing why I'm doing this is because the next video that I intended to bring you, and I am going to bring you actually, is a video about the Congo. I've mentioned in so much of my work, when I've gone on my rants and tangents, I've said to you, you know, coltan comes out of the Congo. It's every cell phone, every tablet, every computer, every remote. I go down. I'm always mentioning that. And there's so much more that comes out of the Congo, but I mention that a lot with regard to the coltan mineral. And shout out to Aaliyah, because she sent me something probably a couple weeks ago now. And my first reaction was, I already talked about that. But then I stopped and thought, well, you've never done a video dedicated to that. And it actually is the perfect subject to lead into the South Africa video that I had been working on, and then I stopped because I lost confidence in you, in us as a people. I get disgusted and frustrated and angry with us. And then there's times when I realize that the universe is having me to wait, you know. That's why I'm a measured person. I don't just jump out at anything in life. Assess it. And even after you assess it, wait. Just wait. Just wait. Wait for that final period from the universe. And if you live your life properly, you will be able to hear the whisper of the universe. And it will be your guide. It is for me in everything that I do. That's why I talk about it so much. So I'm going to bring you that video. And again, shout out to you, Aaliyah. The other reason why I haven't spoken is because so much has been going on, you know. Um, I know about the kid that went to somebody's house to ask directions to go to school, and he was shot at. And there was another kid that I can't remember what he did or what happened. I don't remember. You know, of course, the Starbucks thing. It's also the 2-year anniversary of the death of Prince. And it's also the death of Winnie Mandela. And all of that energy, in addition to what I tap to experience every day, or energy fields that I walk through each day as just a human being, when you're somebody that's paying attention to your life, everybody, this doesn't sound so amazing or out there, you know. If you don't relate to this, you should take that as a sign that you are not living your life properly. You're not. I'm telling you, you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. Because one thing about the energy of the universe is the requisite is finite. Do you understand? That's it. There's no gray or area. You don't get the inspiration if you are not in the proper spiritual space. And part of that is every thought, every word, every intention must be based on righteousness, period. That means no lying, no deception, because they're two different things. No lying, no deceiving. Selfishness has got to be completely out. There's a formula, everybody. I always know, because most of humanity, but I always know when I'm dealing with people, especially when I meet people one-on-one or from just someplace, when I'm dealing with people whose lives are noisy, their soul is noisy, so they will never hear the whisper from the universe. They won't. They won't hear it. They can't. Because you don't just get it. You don't just get it. You don't. So I'm aware of the rhythm of the energy of the universe on my life. I always have been. And such is the case still now to this day. And so all of that energy is on me. But when it's that full, and even when it's not, quite frankly, I have learned over the many years that that is when you have to sit yourself down and question, what is the universe wanting me to know from this? What am I? It could be something abstract that you're going to learn about death or the afterlife. It could be something you're going to learn about your future. It could be something you learn about now. It may offer you answers to something that's already happened in your life, or somebody you know. Or I mean, there's so many parameters to it, everybody. It's very beautiful. But you have to be committed to being a certain type of a human being in order for this to work in your life. You must. The person that I am is based on that. When you witness me, that's all of whatever you think about me. That's at the root of who I am. Those are my roots. That's my foundation. That's my energy source. You understand? That's my gasoline. So when the Starbucks thing happened, I didn't need to speak on that. Because my conscious mind said, that's sensationalism, Jedi. And you all know I don't do that. I leave that to others who are just seeking sensational stories to get views and shit. I don't need to. Not interested. Not interested. It was just another story. And why should we care? because nobody's trying to do anything about it. And that is the reason why it has happened and why it has been happening and will continue to happen. It's not just Starbucks. It's everywhere. Anywhere white people exist, there are problems. If they exist with us, there's more problems. Every fucking day, 24 hours a day, round the damn clock, period, the end. Period. So I didn't need to speak on that. Until the universe gave me something else. And that is why I'm speaking on this now. And also to what do you call it? To forecast, it's not the word I wanted, but also to forecast for you that I'm bringing you this damn video about coltan in the Congo, and that will be the event that will lead us into the peace on South Africa. Those both will be very lengthy videos, I will tell you that. The Congo peace, I have a stack of videos to share with you on that, documentaries and things, a lot of information. And I will outline for you at that time why I'm bringing that and why it's so important. Other than reasons that should be evident and apparent, you know. I'm also very tired right now, I will tell you that. So bear with me. This Starbucks thing is a problem for many reasons. And I've got some video that I'm going to share with you in this piece with regard to that. Several videos. On its face, it's standard fare. My relationship to Starbucks is non-existent. Because as I shared with you guys, I think it was a couple years ago now, I was at the Super Target getting a prescription filled, and I was on one of those little things you drive because my foot was acting up really bad and I had my cane and all of it. And there's a Starbucks in there, and I went and got me my Fenty caramel macchiato, you know, with extra caramel. And I'm cruising along, and I run into one of my Muslim brothers, and we greet and so forth. And he says, "Brother," he goes, "Why are you drinking that?" I go, "Oh, this is my caramel Fenty, you know, and it's delicious and la la la." He goes, they support Israel." Done. Haven't been back to Starbucks since. Because I'm a Muslim. And the Palestinians are my brothers and my sisters. Period. And they are an oppressed people. But even if they weren't my Muslim brothers and sisters, I know the evil ass of Satan that Israel is. So I don't want to support them at all. Period. So I was done. Next day. Done. No more. No more. But the other reason why, and so that's a staple for me. Like, I don't go to Starbucks. Done. But you will continue to go to Starbucks. Because you are the same one who could not give up your little funky Netflix subscription for Monique. And now you want to be outraged. Your sister comes to you and says, "Family, I need you to stand with me in this hour." And I heard every bitch ass excuse from your inferior asses about why you couldn't support her. And now you want to be outraged about Starbucks. You don't get that right to do that. I'm telling you, you don't get that. People like me have that right if we so choose to exercise it, but you do not. And the vast majority of our people, you've given up your right to have shit to say about any damn thing. Anything. We don't want to hear from you. I'm not interested in your opinion. You don't matter, and fuck you and the bitch that gave birth to you, because you are inconsistent, you are cowardice, you're not convicted, you're not activist, you're not serious, you're lazy, you're selfish. I can keep going. But all these things describe you. Now, oh my God, boycott Starbucks. No. Because it's been your way up till now. Consistently, to continue to go back once you've been kicked at anything, because you don't possess the discipline, the self-control, the self-restraint, the mastery of one's own emotion, even to be convicted on anything. So I take that from you. Set your ass. Set your shit. I was watching the Sister Circle. That I hate. This comedian, Michael Collier, was on there. I met him many years ago. Many years ago when I lived in California. I was at Venice Beach with my girlfriend at the time and friends, probably other couples. We did a lot of that over it. Anyways. And there I was in my Michael Jackson curl, you know. But I had on a Michael Jackson t-shirt. It was from the Bad album. Like Michael was standing there like ready to kick ass in the Bad outfit and all that. It was a white, you know. And then I had on this necklace that had like rhinestones. It was a glove. It was like a sequin glove. And he clowned the fuck out of me. Man, he clowned me so bad. But it was all good, you know. But I bring him now because he was up there talking about his career and all this and projects that he's done and stuff he's doing, and he mentioned he's done or is doing or has done something for Netflix. And before they could even ask, but they were asking at the same time, he was already saying, he goes, I'm not boycotting nothing but poverty. And they all laughed. And I was sitting on my couch welling up in tears because of the ignorance, the lack of unity, the disregard. Because one thing that you don't possess as a people is the ability to get behind something greater than yourself that's not just about your own pathetic individual ass. You don't have that. You don't have it. You don't. Look around. Because if that weren't true, we'd be in a different place right now, and we're not. And you are the reason. You. You. But there they all were laughing. And while I'm on my couch welling up, I can only imagine how I would feel if I were actually Monique. He's a comic even. So he's her colleague. And he's a brother. To be sitting up there saying that. Wow. That's the type of stuff that makes me lose all faith in our people. Period. And I could see why the less intellectual and the less disciplined and the less sophisticated brother amongst us would run from our black ass and immediately go get them a white bitch and sail off into the sunset and say, fuck all of y'all. I can see. I don't have to like it. That don't make it right. But I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. You're the same ones that will bitch undeservedly because you don't have any rights, I already told you. You're the ones that will bitch when you have Serena Williams marry a white dude, or we have, you know, something else happen outside of the culture, or something that should be a disrespect to us and all that. Well, I can't really hate because what are they gaining to stay over here? Are we so united that that would matter to them? That's why they do it. Because it doesn't matter. If there was real heat, it's like if you're in a gang and you a snitch and we've identified you as a snitch, you're going to have real fear on your jugular. Real fear. Because we all feel the same way and we're united in our feeling. And we coming for you. And you would know it. But see, they can do that. We're not united over here. We're not one in our thinking and feeling. So that leaves us powerless and insignificant. Wow. I've always said to you, if we can't do the little things, we're never going to do the big things. Won't do it. I've said, you got to share and thumbs up every single video, because that helps its searchability in the algorithm of the online bullshit. I need your help. And I appreciate those of you that are consistent. God bless you. You see, but you are outnumbered by the bullshit class. The fucked up, feckless hangers on. Who can't do a fucking thing, not even wipe their own ass probably. Because by helping the searchability, maybe finally somebody will be exposed to me and go, damn it, where has this dude been? Like, that's who I've been waiting for. And then I will say to them, I've been waiting for you too. But I had to go through years of all these bullshit ass people who can't do a fucking thing to find you, my brother. Let's make this happen. Finally. Yes, brother, I'm ready to join the Black Independence Liberation League. I'm ready. Let's do it. And I know 4 more other dudes that's just like us. They ready. What? Let's do it. I can't get 100% compliance on that. That's a small thing. So you definitely not going to be trying to give up your fucking Netflix for Monique, because that's greater than this. Not doing that. So, you think your fucking Starbucks bullshit is going to be successful? I think not. Because you're not convicted on anything. Which is also translates into your personal life, why you're a bad friend and you're just a bad human being all the way around. Because anyone that doesn't have a code, a base, a foundation by which they stand on is not anybody I ever want to be involved with in my life in any fucking way at all. I don't even want you to be my next door neighbor. Because I'm solid. I'm solid. And I'm not dealing with quicksand ass people. Not doing it. Not. But I thought, wow. Now they want to bitch about Starbucks, really. Well, you didn't get off your ass so we could do something about George Zimmerman. You didn't get off your ass so we could do something about Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown and Von Derek Myers and Alton Sterling and Philando Castile and Walter Scott. I mean, Eric Garner, the list, Sandra Bland, the list just goes on. You didn't get off your ass for that. That's why this white bitch is calling the police on brothers 2 minutes after they get into a fucking Starbucks. Because you've not sent any signal that said there will be consequence. Don't approach. You've not done that. Nothing just becomes. This first piece that I want to show you is the two dudes that were actually involved in this. And then I'm going to tell you why this makes me sick. Let's go to that video.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. It has been quite a week. It's been quite a week. Dante, you both walk in, you get a table. Rashawn, how long was it before you asked to use the restroom?
Immediately, as soon as I walked in. And she stated that they were for paying customers only, and I just left it at that moment.
And the response was, you have to buy something?
Yes.
Then you go and find Dante. You're at the table. What happened next?
We're at the table. We sit down. We're just talking amongst each other. She then comes from around the register, walks up to us, asks if, she can help us with anything. Can we start with some drinks or water or something like that? For when we have bottles of water with us. So, we're fine. We're just waiting for a meeting. We'll be out really quick type thing. And that was it. So
approximately 4:35, you arrive for a 4:45 business meeting. According to 911 accounts, a call was placed at 4:37, approximately 2 minutes after you arrived, to 911. What did you think when you saw police arrive, Dante?
You can't be here for us.
So when they do approach you, what do they say and how do you react?
Well, initially, as soon as they approached us, they just said we have to leave. There was no question of, was there a problem here between you guys and the manager? What happened? When you were arrested, did they tell you what you were being arrested for? No, not at the time. He wasn't read any rights. Nothing. Just double lock, handcuffs behind our back, and escorted out and put into a squad car. Why do you both think that store manager called 911?
Well, Robin, you're asking them to have an opinion about somebody else's intent. The facts speak for themselves. There's not a single witness that says that these young men were misbehaving in any way, and you can see and hear that on the video.
Well, the video has been viewed almost 11 million times, and part of it, Dante, you can see that you're talking to the police officer. What were you all saying to one another? I was just trying to, process the situation to myself at the time, because I'm thinking about my family that I have, my community. So in that moment, I'm trying to process what's going on, because it didn't really hit me what was going on, that it was real, until I'm being double locked and my hands behind my back. Dante, did you at some point offer to call the person you were supposed to meet with? Because I know he's shown on the videotape. After the first time, they walk over and they say you have to leave, I say, we're here for a meeting. What is the business meeting about? It's a real estate meeting. Okay. We've been working on this for months. What do you say to some people who say rules are rules, that Starbucks has a policy, you violated that policy, the police asked you repeatedly to leave and you didn't? How do you respond to people who say that? What I say is I understand that. Rules are rules, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that's in any situation, whether there's race involved, anything.
And Robin, I'm sorry, but what is that rule? Starbucks holds itself open as a a place for people to meet and to have public conversations. Those are words from their website.
The CEO, Kevin Johnson, said he has met with you. Can you divulge what you all discussed?
We approached Starbucks and suggested that we engage in mediation with a retired federal judge in Philadelphia. And they agreed to that proposal, and we are still involved in that process. That process requires confidentiality.
What do you want to see happen here, Dante?
I want to make sure that in this situation doesn't happen again. So what I want is for a young man or young men to not be traumatized by this and instead motivated, inspired.
And what do you want, Rashawn?
So, take this opportunity as a stepping stone, to really stand up and, show your greatness, and that you are not judged by the color of your skin as our ancestors were or anyone else. This is something that has been going on for years, and everyone's blind to it, but they know what's going on, if you get what I mean. And, just really taking those actions and putting them into place and, help people understand that it's not just a black people thing. This is a people thing. And that's exactly what we want to see out of this, and that's true change. So put action into place and stop using your words.
We appreciate you using your words here with us this morning and this discussion. And it has to be more than dialogue, as you said. It has to be action. And we appreciate your willingness to be a part of that. And Mr. Cohen as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. And we know Starbucks has announced already that they plan to close 8,000 locations for an afternoon of racial bias training.
Who hasn't spent 2 minutes waiting in a Starbucks?
2 minutes, and I think when people hear that, and the fact that he called the business person that they were going to meet at 4:45. They got there 10 minutes early. Yes, he asked to use the restroom. He claims that he was never told that you had to leave. He just said that he was told you have to purchase something. But that being said. This is a moment where there has to be change.
Have they decided what kind of action they're going to take?
I did ask their lawyer, Stuart Cohen, if they had planned on a civil suit of some sort against either Starbucks or the city. They said that's not what they're thinking about at this time, that they want to be a part of the process. Remember, Kevin Johnson, the CEO, said that they wanted those gentlemen to be part of the process. They say they're still working that out, and they were going to allow us, GMA, to follow along and follow up with them and see how that process plays out.
Fascinating story.
And hopefully, Michael, come on.
2 minutes, I mean, and as you said, he said in the piece, actions, not just words. And I think that's what they're looking for, to see a real change, not just with Starbucks, but I think with...
It's a societal issue.
Society,
You just can't label it on Starbucks.
Yeah.
And we'll stick with it all the way.
We will.
Now, that makes me sick. There's just certain things that should never come out the mouth of a melanated male. No melanated person, but certainly a male. Because not only are we unarguably the most targeted, but it is our responsibility to be the defenders of our people, the protectors of our women and children, the dictators of our village, our communities. And when you bend over your ass, then everybody else know they ain't got no protection. So when you hear this motherfucker say it's not a race or black thing, it's a people thing, you need to punch him and drag his ass for several blocks. How dare you? That makes me sick. We can't ever have African people, certainly not black males, uttering that shit. A, it's not the fucking truth. We don't even need a B. It's just not true. Of course it's about race, you dumb bitch. And that is a bitch. Do you understand? We gotta start calling a thing, everybody. There's too many bitch-ass niggas representing us. Or, you know, that's the only word I got right now. I'm over it. I'm over it. And the lack of outrage and anger. Black men are so fucking quiet and sissified now. Just fucking, I don't hear nobody just loud and boisterous and pissed off and shit. Certainly not when it absolutely matters even. This mattered. We were so-and-so, and we were so-and-so. Just like you see the fucking NBA players. They're tall as fucking sequoia trees. They're running up and down the fucking court. They're fucking major athletes and shit. As soon as you see them at a fucking press conference, we just, the coach, cause I'm a bitch-ass bitch, and I got a dildo up in my ass right now, and, coach, what? What is this shit? Certain things require a certain response from you. You put your hand on a hot surface. Oh, damn it. Ugh. Not. And it's 5,000 fucking degrees and you get burned and there's smoke coming off your hand and you just, we'd be like, this motherfucker, get out, get your shit, leave, everybody run. This motherfucker just put their hand on some shit and they not have no reaction. You would swear they were a witch or a warlock or some kind of evil. So in a climate of this many hundreds of years of oppression of us, and then this shit happened and it's an international story. This is their, these are the dudes at the center of it. That's how you, that's you, that what? I can't, dude. I promise you, I'm bleaching my fucking skin. I'm gonna claim I got vitiligo. I'm turning white. I'm getting me some fucking extensions. I'm out this bitch. Oh my God, I can't. I can't. Wow. Now, by contrast to their bitch ass, let's now hear from the White Devil. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if this was the language they should have been using. Let's go to this clip now.
Company plan to do for the two black men? I know Kevin Johnson, the CEO, has met with them. Have you all had any discussions about what, if anything, Starbucks should do, could do for these two young men?
Yeah, I think
about how they handled it too, Howard.
I think it's actually not many people have recognized the fact that this could have turned into something much, much worse.
Yes.
That they acted in a very passive way, and thank God for that.
They were very calm and cooperative, yes.
Yes. So what we have tried to do with the two young men, and Kevin has met with them, is ask them, what can Starbucks, given our resources and the capabilities we have, they have an interest in real estate, what can we do to help advise them and support their own business endeavors? And I think what will come out of this is that given the resources that we do have, that we will provide them with a foundation of learning and provide them with an opportunity to be part of our company either directly or indirectly as a result of this situation.
Now, that wasn't the clip that I thought it was. That was actually, it's from the same interview, but it wasn't the full piece, because in another part of that I thought I had and didn't or something, he says, you know, it's, you know, we have to call it for what it is. I mean, clearly they were treated this way because they were black. But this bitch ass punk ass brother sitting up there couldn't say that shit. Why do you think it's a firestorm story, dumbass? Because of the injustice of it? Really? No, the injustice is, the root of the injustice is the fucking racism. Dumb bitch. This is the problem, everybody. This is why I sat for 3 years saying join the Black Independence Liberation League, join the Black Independence Liberation League. I'm not really surprised about why there has been the big, huge, like, surge forward. Because this is the shit that we're dealing with. That's what's out there. That's what black men are. Bitches. Inappropriate in any fucking situation when it matters. Just in-fucking appropriate. I look at New Era Detroit. God bless them and the work they're doing. But their numbers are piddles compared to what they should be. Because I know if I was in Detroit, that's exactly where I'd be. So everybody in, every nigga in damn Detroit should be a part of that damn organization. If they not, it's a problem. Because why aren't you a part of it? Why? I would want that answer. This is a problem, everybody. Oh my God, I can't, dude. I can't. Now I'm going to show you 2 other clips. This first one, and I think she's a Latino bitch. Because a lot of them have gotten their ass up on their shoulder too. Gotta call it what the hell it is. I'm not sure. She's kind of ambiguous, but don't matter. She's still a white devil because she's acting that same fucking way. But I love this video, and I'm so glad I was able to find this, because I always love when you can show it in a way that's not up for any fucking discussion or debate at fucking all. Let's roll this one first. We're going to talk about that one. I got another clip I'm going to show you. Let's go to this one now. Let's go.
How you doing, bro? What's your name?
Weston.
Weston, nice to meet you. Sorry, did anyone told you that you look like someone familiar?
No.
No, you never got that?
Yeah.
Have you purchased anything in here, sir?
No, but I was just about to go.
You about to go purchase something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but before you made a purchase, they let you use the restroom, right?
I just typed in, I asked for the code.
You asked for the code and they just gave it to you,
Yeah.
right? Before you made a purchase?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Come on, let's go. Are you done? Were you about to get something?
Well, I was going to get food.
Are you going to get food?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So this is Weston. And Weston hadn't made a purchase yet, you guys. So I would like Starbucks right here on Redondo, on Artesia, and Hawthorne. This man right here said he hasn't made a purchase yet. He's in line to make a purchase, and you guys had gave him the code, right? Isn't that what you did? No, this is not your business. This is not your business. This is not your business, though. Okay, you may be the store manager, but you're not in charge. I'm not allowed to be in here anymore. Why? You see, they're so mad. Why are they upset with me, Weston? What did I do? I just tried to use the bathroom like you did, and they gave it to you. Is it my skin color? 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 I couldn't use the bathroom, but Weston could. Amen. I feel it may be my skin color. Hey, but this is about to be on social media. It's about to go in the shade room. You guys know what
that we loved. We loved that, everybody. Write down, we love that. Because anytime you can recruit a white devil in the interest of reigning truth and righteousness on injustice, I tell you, that is the thing that Morningwood is made of for me. It just is. And I don't know that, I forget the guy's name now, that he wanted to, I think the brothers Vibrato helped. Because I think he just went to him saying, like, what was his name, Justin? Why was his name out of my head right now? Hey, whatever. If he had said, you know, can you just come over here with me and can you just, you know, I don't think it would have been the same result. He kind of like manhandled him over there, like verbally in a way, like just through his presence. Like, yeah, let's just, you gonna do this right now, kind of, you know. I love that so much. And this bitch, now, he's a better man than me. Because I would have had dude holding the camera, I would have punched the fuck out of her because fuck her. She's the problem. She's the problem. She's the problem. Suddenly, you can't film me here. You can't be in here now. You can't be in here. You can't fuck you, whore. Or what that little white bitch, meet me outside or catch me outside or some shit. Catch me outside, bitch. Like we used to do. You'd be in class, you'd be doing this to other kids. Like, I'm gonna get your ass at me. I'm gonna get your ass. You're in the verse for I'm gonna kick your ass out the class and get your ass. I've heard. I wasn't a violent child. Anyways, whatever. Anyways, right. But that's all we're talking about. It's not about me. Anyway, we love that. And like any devil, the moment that truth is present, they run. They run. You can't be in my business, the bitch. Now she's taking ownership. Which you want in a manager if you're running a corporation. You want your managers to take ownership. But fuck her. She was taking ownership not because she wants to help out fucking Starbucks. She's taking ownership because she's self-aggrandized. She thinks she's God now because she's a manager at Starbucks. Oh, the career path, you know? I'm the manager. But it was evident truth. I like how he got the investigation first. Now, you just came in here, right, and you didn't order shit. And they just gave you the code and everything. You know what I'm saying? Gave you the ingredients to Starbucks and the CEO's number and everything. Pulled up a limo for you. And you used the bathroom and had ordered shit, right? Yeah, I just, they just gave me the code. But you saw his hesitation. Go back and watch the clip again. You saw his hesitation. I started to do voiceover on it so I could walk you through it, but I'm not doing that much work. Damn it, that's your homework. Go back and watch the shit again. Because you could see that once, because he had a split second of, oh. But my man was already, had him on the hook already. Because he was going to try, well, I'm going to order something. No, but did you order something? He brought him back like, nah, you feel me? Oh, it was beautiful, y'all. I'm telling you. That is the corona. It is. It just is. And they're exposed. And like I say, her nationality and race and all that shit is a little ambiguous to me. I don't know what she is. But she's still a white devil. She just is. Because she's acting just like them. If she's not them. I don't know what she is. I don't know. I know she's a bitch. I know that. And a racist whore. That I know. But there was no reason for them not to, for her not to acknowledge that. Except that she's evil. Inherent evil. It's in her DNA. It's just like a zebra has stripes. You know it's going to have stripes when it's born. You just know it. Such is the case with these people. Such is the case. Now, it's such a firestorm. And I saw several videos of devils, white devils, finding a way to be against this. Now, I'm going to show you this whore. The Fox News bitch. I think she has her own show now or something where I don't care. She's still fucking what a bitch. I don't care. Watch her demeanor. Listen to her language. She's going a long way to say a bunch of nothing to say one thing. Let's see that clip, and I'll do the dissertation on the other side. Let's go.
Never has a request to use the bathroom caused so much havoc. Last week, 2 black men were awaiting a meeting at a Starbucks in Philly. They asked to use the bathroom, but they were told no, because it was reserved for customers, and they had bought nothing. So they returned to their seats, and because they had purchased nothing, they were then asked to leave. Well, they didn't, and the manager called 911.
Hi, I have 2 gentlemen at my cafe that are refusing to make a purchase or leave. I'm at the Starbucks at 18th and Spruce. All right, please, I'll be on as soon as possible.
The 2 men were arrested, but not before it was all captured on a phone, and then it went viral. Well, soon a Starbucks boycott campaign raged across social media. Activists rushed to the offending Starbucks shop and others as well, and hashtags such as Starbucks while black started trending big time. And within a day, Starbucks had apologized. And then 2 days after the incident, the manager who called 911 was no longer with the company, and its founder, Howard Schultz, described her this way.
And I think you have to say, in looking at the tape, that she demonstrated her own level of unconscious bias. And in looking at the tape, you ask yourself whether or not that, in fact, was racial profiling. There's no doubt in my mind that the reason that they were called was because they were African American.
I had to break in here because that was the, I knew I had seen it, but that was the other part of his interview where he said this happened because they were black, period. But Tyrone and them couldn't say the shit just sitting up there in the damn interview. But hear this now as we go forward with the rest of the clip. Her tone, I already told you, her tone. And you're going to continue to hear this. We don't know everything that happened. What the fuck more do you need, devil-ass white bitch? Because the rest of the world seems to be pretty clear about what has happened. Most importantly, the CEO of fucking Starbucks. So your little funky pussy ass doesn't fucking matter what the hell you think, bitch. But she is feeding the red meat to the white devils who feel that way. That any injustice against us is just a problem for them. I pray Allah, I live to the day when we will turn the tables and we will give them exactly what they have given us and more. And that's why I love what's happening in South Africa. And Julius Malema, do you understand me? Yes, it's time for the peoples of the earth to stand up and start handing back to this fucking white devil all the fucking injustice they've served on the entire fucking humanity. Let's continue with this clip and I'll finish on the other side. Let's go.
There's a lot we still don't know, and here are some questions. Was there a pattern of racial bias in this Philadelphia Starbucks? Were other African Americans treated unfairly there? And did this particular employee display a pattern or practice of racism in the past? Or was she just enforcing company policy by denying the bathroom to non-customers and trying to stop some loitering, because that's also not good for business? Well, the call to the cops seems like overkill. But again, we don't know the full story. As Starbucks faced these demonstrations all over the country, there was a rush to judgment, and the company quickly jumped on it, and a lot of people think went overboard. Rather than just apologizing and disciplining an out-of-line employee, Starbucks announces that it was closing 8,000 stores for one day in May. And on that day, they will force 170,000 of its employees to undergo racial bias training. According to the Washington Post, the sessions will include training in something you might not know of, but it's called unconscious bias, where apparently you're unaware of your inherent biases, you display no overt racism, but you are biased nonetheless. The training will be guided by, wait for it, former Attorney General Eric Holder, the NAACP, and anti-defamation legal officials. What could possibly go wrong? Holder, of course, has his own history in discussing race.
In things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards.
That was how he introduced himself to the Justice Department when he became Attorney General, by the way. And this is the man who will conduct a training on race relations of 175,000 employees? Okay. So this is where we are. One employee in Philadelphia calls the cops on a pair of black men, and employees across the nation are kind of assumed to be latent racists. Starbucks is one of the most liberal companies in the world. You think Ben & Jerry's kind of here on the level of left wing? Starbucks is up here. Look, they support Planned Parenthood. They've hired refugees as a protest against President Trump's policies. They forced baristas to address race relations with customers a few years back. Remember they were made to scrawl that hashtag race together on coffee cups? Well, but if the coffee chain thought that it was going to inoculate itself against liberal ire by being left-leaning, they were wrong. Their progressive, supposedly inclusive identity just made them an easy target for protesters. The question all of this begs is the following. How just is it to subject all Starbucks employees to the high-paid indoctrination of the racism industry because of the actions of one employee? And will this actually strengthen race relations, or could it actually deepen division between the races? If we're not careful, and if we don't refuse to get all the facts, and if we don't refuse to be bullied by activists who jump to the worst motives, worst conclusions about people right off the bat, well, we may just end up doing the opposite of what we want to do. We may end up poisoning the well further in this country, and we may be encouraging more mob takedowns of well-intentioned people or organizations, or people who just make mistakes. And that's the angle.
She never mentions that they were only there for 2 minutes. I was shocked, I tell you, shocked, when she said the call to the police was overkill. She just said that gratuitously to try and mask the true nature of her hate. And then, of course, the Eric Holder piece, as if that's a problem. He was the fucking Attorney General, you dumb fucking whore. Slut-ass bitch. And the only reason why she's sitting up there is she's one of them Me Too bitches that hasn't said shit, that has slept her way to the top. Slept and sucked her way to the top. Thank you very much. And Eric Holder was right. But why they were on fire about it is because white people are a nation of cowards when it comes to race. They don't want to talk about it because they're the offending party. The perpetrator never wants to talk about the offense. And her being a white devil ass, whore ass bitch, she's no different. So of course she's still offended by Eric Holder, who would run circles around her intellectually and any other way, quite frankly. Period. Yes, you are a nation of cowards, white people, when it comes to race, because you're the perpetrators of racism. We see it every day. It could be a teacher. You go to somebody's house, you get shot. A cop fucking kills you. It's the fucking bitch at Starbucks. It's the bitch at Walmart. It's every fucking day. It's one of your white asses doing some shit. And when you're called on it, you want to claim that the offended party is the problem. Well, those days are over. Get used to it. Because South Africa is on its way here, bitches. It's on its way. It's on its way. But you saw, again, she kept with that, because we don't know everything yet. Bitch, the investigation's over. What don't you know? We know everything. They're still looking for some morsel that they can use, because in their mind, there's no way these guys could have done absolutely nothing and we just went with our racist bullshit that we always do, we have to have a cover for it. And when they don't have it, you hear this language. Well, we don't know everything. Yes, bitch, we know everything. Because if the tables have been turned, and when it's a cop, and we're asking questions, they already say, well, the investigation's over. I mean, the police have already done everything. They need a morsel of something that assuages and soothes their fucking evil and shit. Stop it. No more kind language. No more including them and giving them an out and all the fuck that. They're lucky that at this stage anyway, that it's just fucking complaining words and marching and protesting and all the bullshit and boycotting. Because I look to the day when it's going to be far more than that, and they will wish it was still this. They will wish it was still this. Let me be the victim of anything, and I'm sitting up on one of these fucking news programs. It will be a different day in fucking paradise, homie. Understand that. It's not going to be, well, you know, and we was, and we, I'm over it. 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 This is the shit. And if I'm going to jail anyway, and I'm just sitting there and down shit, I'm tearing that whole fucking place up. And you also notice in every report I've heard on this, they just say the employee is no longer with the company, or is no longer at that store. The language is never, the bitch was fired. Well, I've not heard that language, everybody. I've not heard it. If you've heard it, please, for the love of God, bring that to me. Because I've not heard it. And that's on purpose. Because also at play here, and I always tell you, hear this, everybody, hear this. Because I've said it to you a million times. For these people, it's always us, them. 24 hours a day, 365 days a fucking year. Us and them. That's how they think. So in this case, that's why she was like, and they felt like the response from Starbucks was just too much. Like they just went too far. No, bitch. Because in her white devil ass mind, it was a gain for us. Our pain has been validated. You understand? This situation is being called for what it is. How is it that one employee does something and 780,000 employees have, yeah, white bitch. Just like all y'all white asses need to be marched the fuck off this bitch. Every single fucking one. Yes, one white bitch does something, it's all of you. Because in her mind, it's a gain. So all these other people have dormant racial bias, they don't know it. And she's a newscaster, an anchor person. You're not supposed to be injecting your own personal shit. But the mask is off, everybody. It's been off since the moment Obama said, I solemnly swear. Or actually, forget that. The night that the CNN star, CNN is now projecting that Barack Obama has been elected president. They fucking lost their mind. The mask came off, do you understand? So, certainly it is reflected in everything else in the society. We saw the escalation of the visibility. Hear that now. We saw the escalation of the visibility of police brutality. And all the other shit. And every day you turn around and say incident, it's something, it's something, it's something. Somebody's got to recant, or somebody's got to step down, or somebody's got to apologize, or somebody made a racist statement they didn't know, and and I'm over it. White people as a whole are evil and racist, and the cause of all the problems to all of humanity. Do you understand me? I just saw something I threatened to bring, but I voted against it. It was about the founding of America, the savage founding of America, something to that effect. And it was just everything that I always talk about and what we all know or should know, that just like with America, they founded this shit on genocide and murder, or not founded, stole the shit through genocide and murder. Anywhere that they exist and breathe, that's what you have. Disruption, genocide, murder, division, famine, name it. It's all being caused by white people. That's going to be the truth whether I say it or not, so you don't have to fucking like it. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to proclaim the truth. And just because you don't like it still does not make it not the truth. It's still going to be the truth. Still. And it talked in depth about, and even the UN, one of their councils found that America is founded on genocide and slavery. This is from the United Nations. This is not an ancient report. This is recent. Just like I told you last year, the year before, something like that, the UN also had said that the police brutality against African people in this country is crimes against fucking humanity. Fuck their police procedure and all the bullshit. Fuck that. This is crimes against humanity, bitch. Which is why I'm justified when I say when they shoot us, we should be doing the same fucking thing to them when it is unjustified. Period. We know murder when we see it. You don't have to have a fucking police badge and a gun to know when you see murder and when you don't. We know it. We know it. Everybody sees a pile of shit and, well, I don't know if it's shit or not. I don't know. Really? Well, I know. I'm very clear. We gotta get out of this fantasy thinking, everybody. But you as a people, us, we, you, as a people, you gotta put down this fear. I keep telling you, a new day has come. But you are still old and wretched in this new day. You're still the bullshit you were yesterday. You've got to be new in this new day. If you want something you never had before, you got to do shit you never did before. That is the formula for success no matter what you're endeavoring in life. Period. 100% guarantee. We need to get organized. Unified. And unity, one of the things that connotes unity is us speaking and thinking with one mind and one voice. Excuse me. If you're not speaking and thinking about oppression in the exact same way as me, you're a problem. Period. Because if we're in a submarine and there's a hole in it, nobody says, well, we don't need to fix it. Everybody agrees we need to fix that damn hole. There's only one way to think about it. Such is the case with our oppression and our experience under the thumbnail of this white devil in this nation. I'm going to leave this one here, but as I say, I'll be back with a very lengthy video with regard to the Congo. And why that matters in relation to this video is because I always tell you, if you can't do the small things, you can't do the big things. If you can't thumbs up and share a fucking YouTube video, you can't fucking boycott fucking Netflix, that's definitely out. Then your bitch ass is definitely not going to be trying to give up your cell phone or at least not upgrade ever again. You make me sick. This is the Jedi.